like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions.
Let's go.
Ready, lady.
34. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd.
Big ass, big ass, big ass.
Alert.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward, since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Mike 51.
Go, go.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 51, Mike. Mike 51. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Check it.
So after the INT, it's Brady. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. Hey, 66.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at their 49-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hold 50.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51.
Bravo.
Regular.
Throwing now is Brady. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he's gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 24. Cook. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Wait, set. Ready? Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't both banned it. Don't get nervous.
Go, Mike 51, Mike 51.
Hey, orbit.
Watch the run, watch the run. 51.
Rip.
Now on 2nd and 13, Brady. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too.
Wait, set. 29. Alpha.
Watch the run.
X3. 218. Jump.
Alert 3. Slam. Check.
72.
They'll run with Cook. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
51 for Mike. 51 for Mike. I can't believe they let you play. I can't.
2nd down and goal. Brady. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 13-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Tackle made back at the 10-yard line.
Ready. 280.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go. Tighten up. Switch.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Set. Get a lady.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Check 4.
50-50.
Watch safety creeping.
Alert.
Safety's creeping.
Look at him.
Now Johnson. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Ready? 250.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
54.
Double right.
Watch the screen.
Omaha. Ready, move.
Check. Crunch.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
Stafford now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. A quick throw caught by Sharp. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30.
First down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
1-yard line.
Second and goal from the 1.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass.
To Johnson again. Johnson, it's poked free. Football's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line.
We can come up with a lot of different explanations here. None of them are going to work. At the 1-yard line and coughing it up, no way.
You got to protect that thing like it's your firstborn.
Your firstborn, your secondborn,
your 10th
anyone.
born.
It doesn't matter. Take care of the football. You're in a position to go in and score. At worst, you've given up a chance to get 3 points.
Watch out.
Team spill.
Double up. He's coming, double up. Check 26. 36.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Cook stripped. The ball's out. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath, first do no harm. And right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. It's hauled in by Doctson. 27 yards there, a first down.
Let's go. Let's go.
Complete to Josh Doctson. A gain of 27 on the play. First down, Minnesota.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Switch. Switch.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Check it back. Check it back. Watch twitch. Watch twitch.
This is Grant, and he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Wait, that round 80. Round 80.
Focus, defense.
Sugar.
51, Mike 51.
Hey, Alpha.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Wait, that Alabama. 380.
Get him. Get him. Get him. Right here, guys. Fight.
Fire. Hey, Delta.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. I got you, punk. 51 to Mike. 51.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brady. Open here, Adam Thielen. 16 yards, a first down. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found it.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms, because some guys, right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one arm up,
right.
Hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think.
First down, here's the run with Cook. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Second and 6 at the 36-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on second down.
Here we go.
Cook following the penalty. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 72. Smooth.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, check it.
Mike 51. Down to lose 1.
Throwing again. Brady. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Alert! Hey, Charlie!
51 to Mike. Charlie! Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
To throw is Brady. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
You gonna see me in your nightmare. Hey, 66. Hey, 66. Hey, check it.
From the gun, it's Brady. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taking it about the 16. Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On second down, Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid him, picking up a first down.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
22.
Off of play action, here's Stafford. He's got his man sharp, complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
180. 53. Ready.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he loses the football a second time. But I believe the Lion was there to recover it. Yes, they will indeed keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. From the 41, Stafford nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
53. Ready. 25. Check 20. Hey, zoom.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
All right, here we go. 20.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Well, he's going to go for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
A quick throw taken in by Diggs. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. The final shot before half for Brady. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, Alabama. Hey, 7.
You're not ready. Check.
Now Brady. Lets it fly for Thielen. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Here we go. Mike 51, Mike 51.
Sugar.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Brady, 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10.
Ozzie! Buzz!
Kill. Turn up.
Pilot, 64, weak. Alpha!
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
Wait,
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
No, 66. Say, wahoo!
Come on now. Hey, Mike 50.
Hey, Alabama.
Brady going to throw.
Let's make these big.
Buying time to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Trey Flowers in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
3rd and 6.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
Hey, let's go. Army.
Regular.
51 for Mike, boy. 51.
Shotgun now for Brady. And he finds Cook. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Let's go.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
First down.
Wait, put it!
Go.
From midfield, here's Brady. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Here's Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 35-yard line.
Lady!
Mike 54.
Come on, boy. You bet.
Again, it's Johnson. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Check me out.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. Again the stiff arm.
That's going to leave a mark.
And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there for Detroit. And even 40 yards.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll run it with Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby.
10. Let's go. Move it,
To throw is Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it back.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now Brady going up top. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Tracy Walker, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
He's coming. Check in. Watch the flag.
From the 41, Stafford, and he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a 1st down. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Check. Watch 54. Double dog.
They go to Johnson again. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Out of the gun, Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Trey Flowers able to record his 5th sack of the season. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Hey, Haywood!
51 the mark, boy, 51. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving, convert.
Check it!
Alert flow, alert flow, alert flow.
All right, here we go. Check it.
To throw, it's Brady. He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Go!
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Hey, 66.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. That'll be complete to Cook. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going. So, you know, I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
Brady now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Mike.
Regular.
On play action, it's Brady. And Diggs has it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there at 22. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
General West.
Check 37.
Shadow. Bravo.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Here we go.
Hey, go 66.
Brady now on 1st down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, Orbit.
51. It's a party now. It's a party now. Go, Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowds. I got you. 50 rip.
To throw again. Brady. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
51.
Hey, exit. You draw forfeit.
And the blitz does come. And that is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So an interesting call there to take the three. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Stafford now to throw. Screen play, Johnson. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Set. 180.
I'm on. All
right, give me a radar.
34, right 34. Scoop. I got it.
Omaha, ready to move.
Check.
From the gun, Stafford. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Eric Kendricks in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here comes Grant on the return. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10.
Wait, set. 53.
51. Watch QB drop.
On 1st down, it's Cook. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point 4th quarter lead.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6. Again, it's Cook. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Mike Daniels makes the tackle. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Brady. That's complete to his running back, Grant. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the 1st.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Easy.
They give it off here to the tight end. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
50-50. Hey, Alpha.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Well, that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Sugar!
Move! Mike 51! Watch the slip! Watch the slip! Mike 51! Mike 51! Blue Dan!
Mike 58!
Here's Brady. He's going to let this one go deep. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Ready?
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And yet again, he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Stay 50, stay 50. Hey, Charlie.
From the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, shoot.
Throwing again. Brady. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 14-yard line.
Ready. Go 20. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Stafford down to a knee, and with it, he's going to ensure his guys a victory. And they cannot do anything to stop the clock defensively. 3 straight wins to start the campaign now.
And this is where a team, privately, within the confines of their own room, their meeting rooms, the locker room, they start to think to themselves, we're pretty good. We should be a playoff team.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like open up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for Detroit, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I am a king.